Hello my dears. May peace be with you. I hope you are well and in harmony as we come together for a deep spiritual connection. Have you ever wondered what sins the Bible classifies as the most serious ones that provoke God's wrath? In this video, we will discuss 6 sins that unleash divine fury. But first, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming videos. The 6 sins I will mention in this video can be highly dangerous, harming your relationship with God and provoking His anger. So stay tuned, learn more about these sins, and discover how you can abandon each one of them and avoid arousing divine fury. Idolatry is the first sin, the practice of worshiping or revering something or someone other than God. This can encompass the worship of idols, money, fame, and more. The condemnation of idolatry is found in the Old Testament, specifically in Deuteronomy 5 verse 7, which states, "You shall have no other gods before me." Idolatry is seen as a grave sin because it can trigger God's wrath. By idolizing other things, we distance ourselves from Him and neglect the fulfillment of His will in our lives. It's important to note that idolatry can be subtle and manifest in various ways, such as worshiping money, work, or success, among other aspects. The best way to avoid idolatry is by putting God above all else and seeking His presence through His word and prayer. Having wealth or achieving great success in life is not inherently sinful. The sin lies in loving money excessively or turning success into an idol, both of which can provoke God's wrath. Pride is the second sin, and it is extremely dangerous. Often, those who possess it fail to realize the harm it can cause to their spiritual and personal lives. This sin was responsible for Lucifer's fall, as he refused to admit his mistake and rebelled against God. The book of James 4 verse 6 warns us that God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. When we put ourselves above God and others, we disobey His commandments and harm our relationship with Him. It is crucial to overcome pride, cultivate humility in our lives, and acknowledge our weaknesses and limitations. Seeking God's guidance helps us overcome this sin that can incite divine wrath. The third grave sin is the practice of lying. Intentionally distorting the truth through lies, fraud, or deceit is strongly condemned in the Bible. It is a serious transgression that hinders our connection with God. It is explicitly stated that no liar will find a place in the kingdom of God, and lying obstructs our ability to be truthful. In Colossians 3 verses 9 to 10, the Bible instructs us not to lie to one another, for we have put off the old self with its practices and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its Creator. The only way to avoid lies is by integrating God into our lives and cultivating reverence for Him. We must seek to know God through His word and prayers, striving to be honest and genuine in our actions and words. The fourth sin is prostitution, defined as the exchange of sexual relations for money or other favors. The Bible repeatedly rejects and condemns prostitution. This can be observed in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 18, which advises us to flee from sexual immorality. It states that every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexually immoral person sins against his own body. Prostitution is seen as a sin that arouses divine wrath, as it breaks the principles of purity and sacredness established by God. Additionally, prostitution can lead to other sins such as betrayal and sexual immorality. The Bible teaches that engaging in prostitution can have severe spiritual consequences, including distancing oneself from God and losing His blessings. Prostitution can also cause irreversible harm to those involved, both physically and emotionally. The fifth sin is homosexuality, an extremely serious sin that provokes God's wrath. The condemnation of homosexuality is recorded in Leviticus 20 verse 13, which states that if a man lies with another man as with a woman, both have committed an abominable act and must face the deadly consequences. This offense separates you from communion with God and is considered an abomination in His eyes. How can we avoid this sin? This error can be prevented by seeking God's presence through prayer and His Word, resisting carnal desires. As mentioned in Romans 8 verse 6, a mind set on the desires of the flesh leads to death, while a mind guided by the Spirit results in life and peace. The sixth sin involves the practice of mockery. It is clear to us that God should not be the object of ridicule. The Scriptures, specifically in Galatians 6 verse 7, warn us, "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked, for whatever one sows, that will he also reap." Making jokes at the expense of God is considered blasphemy, as He does not allow Himself to be ridiculed, and such an act can provoke His fury. It is essential to remember that God is sacred and zealous, and His Word, His commandments, and above all, He Himself, should be respected. This respect is crucial to maintaining a healthy relationship with God and avoiding divine wrath caused by mockery. Share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and activate the notification bell. This way, you won't miss upcoming videos and you'll help this video reach more people. Thank you.